Hey,
Hey, you called. What's up?
so I don't know about this and it's confusing me a lot.
Oh, what kind of problem are you having?
I just saw it in the TV, it just popped up, and we don't have this in Charles Law or Boy's Law.
Hey, maybe it's the new gas law. That's why you're having a hard time understanding it.
Okay, that's new,
Do you wanna watch it with me?
but I'll just gonna watch it again. Yeah, sure, why not?
Group 3.
Warning.
Flashing lights, glitch effects, and scary sounds.
What is LUSSACS Law?
It is a statement in chemistry and physics when two or more gaseous substances combine to form a gaseous compound. The volume of the product is either equal to the sum of the volume of the factor or is less and varies in the simple ratio of this sum. It is also called law of combining volume. The relationship among pressure and temperature at a constant volume can be mathematically represented by an equation known as Gay-Lussac's law. P1 over T1 equals P2 over T2. P1 is the initial pressure, P2 is the new pressure, T1 is the initial temperature, T2 is the new temperature. V1 and V2 are the same, constant volume. Another example of Gay-Lussac's law can be observed in pressure cookers. When the cooker is heated, the pressure exerted by the steam inside the container increases. The high temperature and pressure inside the container cause the food to cook faster.
Hi! Papakita ko sa inyo kung paano isolve ang Gay-Lussac's law. Sa Gay-Lussac's law, meron tayong dalawang equations. Una, P1 T2 equals P2 T1. At P1 over T1 equals P2 over T2. So, T1 means initial pressure or the original pressure. T1 means initial temperature or the original temperature. P2 means final pressure and T2 means final temperature. So, ito yung mga units na ginagamit natin. For pressure, we use ATM, means atmosphere, torr, or the another name for mmHg, kPa, or the kilopascal, PSI means pound force per square inch, and mmHg means millimeters of mercury. And sa temperature, meron tayong dalawang units. Letter C for Celsius and K for Kelvin. So, ito yung conversion factors. Kapag i-convert natin ng kPa sa torr, 101.3 kPa equals 760 torr. Kapag i-convert naman natin si torr kay kPa, 1 torr is equals to 0.133 kPa. PSI to ATM, 14.7 PSI equals 1 ATM. Kapag naman torr to ATM, 1 torr is equals to 0.00131579 ATM. Kapag naman mmHg to ATM, 1 mmHg equals 0.00131579 ATM. Sa temperature naman, Celsius to Kelvin, i-add lang natin yung given sa 273. Halimbawa, 43 degrees Celsius plus 273. Kapag naman Kelvin to Celsius, kapag i-convert natin ang Kelvin sa Celsius, i-minus naman natin yung given sa 273. Halimbawa, 43 Kelvin minus 273. What will be the final pressure of a sample gas if its initial pressure is at 26.00 atm and its temperature is increased from 43 degrees Celsius to 50 degrees Celsius? Convert atm to torr. So, ang kailangan natin gawin, unang-unang kailangan natin gawin, i-analyze natin yung problem. Hanapin muna natin yung P1 or yung ating initial pressure. Usually, P1 and T1 are the first mentioned given in the problem. So, 26.00 atm. So, may atm, ibig sabihin pressure to. Ito yung unang nabanggit na given. So, I assume na ito yung ating initial pressure. So, para maging sure tayo, basahin natin ulit yung problem. So, what will be the final pressure of a sample gas if its initial pressure is at 26.00 atm? So, ito nga yung ating initial pressure. Next, hanapin natin ang ating T1 or yung initial temperature. Natapos tayo dito sa 26.00 atm and its temperature is increased from 43 degrees Celsius to 50 degrees Celsius. So, 43 degrees Celsius ang ating T1 kasi increased from 43 degrees Celsius. So, 43 degrees Celsius yung ating first temperature or yung original temperature. Next, hanapin natin ang P2 or yung ating final pressure. What will be the final pressure? So, according sa problem, ang kailangan nating hanapin is yung final pressure. So, lalagyan na lang natin siya ng question mark kasi hahanapin pa natin siya. Next, hanapin natin yung T2. Diba, 43 degrees, temperature is increased from 43 degrees Celsius to 50 degrees Celsius. So, from 43 degrees Celsius, tataas siya ng 50 degrees Celsius. So, ang ating temperature, final temperature ay 50 degrees Celsius. So, bago natin i-solve yung problem natin, kailangan nating i-convert, lahat ng kailangan natin i-convert. So, ang temperature, kailangan natin yang i-convert. Celsius to Kelvin. Kapag Kelvin na yung nakalagay sa problem, hindi na natin siya kailangan i-convert. Pero kapag Celsius, kailangan naka-Kelvin siya. So, i-convert na natin. 43 degrees Celsius plus 273 is equals to 316 Kelvin. Next, 50 degrees Celsius plus 273 Celsius. 273 is equals to 323 Kelvin. So, ito na yung given natin. Ang ating P1 ay 26.00 atm. Ang T1 ay 316 Kelvin. Yung P2 natin, nawawala pa rin. T2 is equals to 323 Kelvin. So, ang gagamitin nating equation ay yung first equation natin. Yun yung P1 T2 equals P2 T1. Isa-substitute na natin. Ang ating P1 ay 26.00 atm. Ang ating T2 ay 323 Kelvin equals P2. Ang ating T1 ay 316 Kelvin. So, kung ano yung may nawawala, yun yung lagi yung isusunod na imumultiply. So, kung ano yung may kompleto na given, yun yung uunahin natin. So, 26.00 atm multiplied by 323 Kelvin, the answer is 8,398 atm Kelvin. So, i-combine natin yung dalawang unit. Equals P2 times 316 Kelvin. Ang sagot pa rin ay 316 Kelvin P2. So, i-divide natin siya both sides kay 316 Kelvin. Ika-cancel na natin tong dalawang 316 Kelvin divided by 316 Kelvin kasi kapag i-divide natin siya, 1 na lang yung sagot. So, ika-cancel na lang natin siya. Matitira na lang dito ay yung P2 or yung final pressure. Now, ika-cancel naman natin itong dalawang Kelvin para makuha natin yung ATM. Kasi nga, di ba, pressure yung nawawala. So, kailangan ATM yung magiging unit dyan. 8,398 ATM divided by 316, the answer will be 26.58 ATM. Hindi pa tayo tapos. Nakuha na natin yung final pressure pero hindi pa natin tapos kasi going back to the problem, sabi, convert ATM to torr. So, kailangan ng final answer natin ay torr. So, i-convert natin siya. 0.00131579 ATM is equals to 1 torr. So, yung ating 26.58 ATM, imumultiply natin siya kay torr and i-divide natin siya kay 0.00131579 ATM. So, the answer will be 20,200.79 torr. So, ito na yung ating final pressure. Now, let's move on to our second problem. A gas thermometer measures temperature by measuring the pressure of a gas inside the fixed volume container. A temperature reads a pressure of 250 atm at negative 45.8 degrees Celsius. What will be the temperature when the thermometer reads the pressure of 349 mmHg? So, ang ating initial pressure ay 250 atm and ang ating initial temperature ay negative 45.8 degrees Celsius. Ang ating final pressure ay 349 mmHg at ang ating final temperature ay nawawala. Because according to the problem, what will be the temperature when the thermometer reads the pressure of 349 mmHg? Did you notice magkaiba yung unit ng ating pressure? So, kapag magkaiba, kailangan nating i-convert. Hindi pwedeng magkaiba sila. Dapat isang unit lang. So, pwede mong i-convert ang ATM kay mmHg. Pwede mo namang i-convert si mmHg kay ATM. Pareho pa rin ang magiging sagot. Isa lang ang magiging sagot. Kahit alin dyan ang gamitin ang i-convert mo. Okay. So, ang i-convert natin ngayon ay mmHg to ATM. 0.00131579 ATM is equals to 1 mmHg. So, yung 349 mmHg, imumultiply natin siya kay 0.00131579 ATM and i-divide natin siya kay 1 mmHg. Ika-cancel muna natin yung unit ng mmHg para makuha natin yung ATM. So, ang magiging answer ay 0.46 ATM. So, tapos na tayo sa pressure mag-convert. Next na i-convert natin ay yung temperature. Negative 45.8 degrees Celsius plus 273 is equals to 207.2 Kelvin. So, ito na yung given natin. P1 is equals to 250 atm. T1 is equals to 227.2 Kelvin. Ang ating final pressure ay 0.46 atm and ang ating T2 ay nawawala pa rin. So, ang gagamitin nating equation ngayon ay yung ating second equation, which is yung P1 over T1 equals P2 over T2. So, isa-substitute na natin. Yung P1 natin ay 250 atm over 227.2 Kelvin equals ang ating final pressure 0.46 atm over T2. So, ang gagawin natin dito ay cross multiplication. Gaya nga nasabi ko kanina, kung ano yung may nawawala, yun yung pangalawa nating isosolve. So, unahin natin yung 227.2 Kelvin multiplied by 0.46 ATM. The answer will be 104.512 Kelvin ATM. Iko-combine natin yung Kelvin at ATM. Equals 250 ATM multiplied by T2, the answer will be 250 ATM T2. So, i-divide natin siya both sides kay 250 ATM. So, again, ika-cancel natin yung 250 ATM para makuha natin yung T2. So, dito naman sa pangalawa, i-cancel na din natin yung ATM para makuha natin yung Kelvin. 104.512 Kelvin divided by 250, the answer will be 0.42 Kelvin. So, ito na yung ating final temperature. Wala naman sinabi sa problem na kailangan i-convert ang Kelvin sa Celsius. So, ito na yung ating final answer.
Hey, I found this behind the curtains and I don't know what to do with it.
Maybe you need to solve it? I heard Sophie already solved the first one.
Really? I mean, seriously? Damn. This school is really giving me a massive migraine.
Come on, it can't be that bad, right?
A pressure of gas in initially at 0.500 atm and 25 Celsius. What will be the pressure at 125 Celsius? So, we're going to solve this. So, you may already know this, but I'm still going to say this once again. So, P1 is our initial pressure, aka our original pressure, and T1 is our initial temperature. As for P2, that is our final pressure, and same goes for T2. So now we're going to solve the problem. So, 0.500 atm is our original pressure or our initial pressure. So we're going to put that at P1. And 25 Celsius is our initial temperature. So we're going to put that on T1. And since we don't have a pressure, we're going to leave that blank. And 125 Celsius is our final temperature, so we're going to put that into T2. So now, what are we missing? So of course, we are missing P2, our final pressure. But first, we're going to convert something. And that something is Celsius because we cannot have that in this law. So, dahil dito, hindi tayo pwede magkaroon ng Celsius. That's why we're going to turn it into Kelvin. So, paano nga ba yung conversion factor na to? So, eto yun. So, di ba? Celsius into Kelvin. So, magiging plus 273 yan. Kaso naman, kapag Kelvin into Celsius, magiging may minus 273 yan. So, ngayon, i-convert naman natin ito into Kelvin. So, 25 plus 273 is equals to 298 Kelvin. Huwag natin to kakalimutan yung sign niyan. At as for dito naman, wait, lagay ko nandito. 125 plus 273 is equals to 398. So, ayan na yung bago natin T1 at T2. So, ito, papalitan na natin to. Diba? Ito na yung bago natin T1, yung 298. So, dito natin ilalagay. Tapos, yung 398 naman, ay yung bago natin T2. So, dito natin ilalagay sa gilid nila. So, ayan. Since ito na yung bago natin, mga bago natin T1 at T2, pwede na tayo mag-proceed sa pagsasolve. So, di ba nga, tapos na natin yung i-convert yung mga T1 at T2. So, pwede na natin siyang masulat ng ganito. So, P1 is equals to 0.500 ATM. T1 naman natin ay 298 Kelvin. P2 is still missing. So, wala pa dyan. At ang T2 naman natin ay 398 Kelvin. So, dito na papasok yung formula, which is P1 over T1 is equals to P2 over T2. So, ito, pwede na natin itong ilagay dito. So, maging ganito yan. 0.500 ATM over 298 Kelvin is equals to P2. Wala pa siya. Kaya ilalagay mo natin yan dyan. Over naman nan ay 398 Kelvin. And here we will do a cross multiplication, which is ito yung mauuna dahil ito yung kompleto. So, di ba, ayan nga inuna natin. So, maging 199 ATM Kelvin over, ito naman ang kasunod, 298 Kelvin. So, i-cancel natin ito dahil magkapera sila yung Kelvin. At ito naman, i-divide natin. So, 199 ATM divided by 298. At ang magiging final answer natin dyan ay equals to 0.6677 ATM. At kapag ni-round off naman natin ito, pwede natin ilagay na ganyan. Ito ay magiging 0.668 ATM. At ito na pwede natin masasabing this will be our final pressure. So, ayan.